Vroom, vroom.
Right, this is all about the starter motor, basically, and making the bracket and blah, 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 but you'll see, and, you know, it was a bit of a drama, to be honest, but we managed it.
Why have you got a magneto next to you?
Well, every now and again, you see, when you get old, you have to be livened up, you know, so you put your finger on there, give it a good whack, and it livens you up. It's a very early magneto, that. I had a girlfriend once, and I said to put your finger on there, and I went like that, and she got a shot. She was really upset. She said, you know what you want to do with that magneto? I said, no. She said, what you want to do is file all them bumps and lumps off it, she said. I said, what for? Because she said, next time we do that, I'm going to stuff it up your derriere.
Going to be a bit jiggery-pokery this, because what you have to do, you have to assemble it, you know, on the job. Very often these bits are prototypes, because sometimes we have to do them twice. So, whatever way you like to look at it, we're making a drama, but we're making a drama so you can get your feet in.
I'm just doing some filing to make himself feel better.
Right, well, we shorten this down as much as we can, because that's going to have to go there like that and down to there. It seems ridiculous, but this is all for about ½ an inch, because if you could put that straight on there, which obviously you can't, so we've had to go through all this trouble. So we're going to mount this on those two things there. And I thought, you know what we could do, John? I thought we'd put longer stud. We won't machine anything off there, we'll just put a spacer.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then we could have another spacer perhaps there.
Yeah.
With a bit going like that.
Yeah, I'll get that piece of alley out.
And we'll have to make longer studs, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's ridiculous, because all we're doing, we're literally doing that much, aren't we?
Yeah.
Simply because we haven't got enough space to get that in.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Put it where
Wow.
I can find it again.
We had equipment we didn't even know we had. This is the bit that whizzes round and goes in and out. And that's why we're using phosphor bronze, because obviously that's what you're supposed to use, so we thought it'd work better. But, you know, it wants to be pretty nice, it wants to have quite a nice finish, and it wants to be the right size, so, you know, that's why we really wanted a nice sharp tool, but as it happens, we got one. But then it'll be warm, won't it? So again, we have to be careful, because then you try it in there and think, oh yeah, that's good, then it cools down, you never get it out. I've got the tip tool here on this one. Right, this is the plate we're going to anchor it with. That's going to go on there, like that. And we'll silver solder that in. And then there's a little ridge, if you see, there's a little ridge there, so that when it's pushing, it can't push, you know, although it's going to be fixed to this, you know, belt and braces there. And then the other problem is that this, you couldn't get it close enough, so what we're going to do, we're going to mill those two fins off there, because the starter motor fits right there. And we're going to try and get every little 1/8 of an inch we can. So we just had to take that off. And because it was stuck down with tiger seal, so that was a bit difficult, but we managed it. Is the last cut film?
Possibly.
Whoa, look at that.
I think that'll do, don't you? Because I think you can probably that'll go looser, that will.
Yeah, but is it hot? No, it's not hot. Let's have a filter.
Obviously, won't gain that in, will it?
Now, I reckon you could go down again.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Let me just measure
That bit be a bit loose and too tight.
Yeah, see, that's size for size pretty much. Well,
Yeah.
I think to go down it without actually touching it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what I reckon. Final cuts. Right, this old saw, when I bought this, I think it was 120 quid. God knows how much we've cut with it. And if you think we've got this sort of stuff in stock, we haven't. It just so happens that we bought this years ago from pushing the motorbikes into my little Sprinter van, and we don't use it anymore because we've got them big long ramps. So I think this is going to be an ideal bit of stuff, which is really lucky to be able to make the bracket to hold the start motor on. But you know, having a load of junk again, isn't it? So this, hopefully, is going to bolt to the side of there, like that. We'll make a hole for that, which will be in there somewhere, and obviously we'll cut that off, and that'll be alright. And then if we find it's a bit like that, we'll make a piece of angle to go on there, or go on there. So this will have to be taken off, and some big spacers made, and longer studs to hold that. And I don't really want to machine any of that off. So we'll just make a spacer up like that, and like that. So that's how we do it. Now John's done a bit of brass. Where is it, John? Oh, it's in his pocket. There you go. So that is going to be the bit that goes in, round. And then that is going to go on there.
Yeah, so that'll go on there.
Not that, oh.
Like that.
Got it.
That'll go in there.
Right,
like
that.
And that'll bolt up, that'll go in there.
Yeah, so is that going to go over the top of that, John?
Yeah,
oh,
it's
I
all
see.
just a bit.
What you want to do?
Fit.
Oh, that's better, my boy.
I think maybe a tad more. I think that's alright.
Well, give it a go, because you always brush it out, can't you? A tad more. I'd say that's expanded.
Yeah, and the thing is, when I bored that,
Yeah.
because it doesn't bore both sides, it's probably pushed the tool out
Yeah,
too over.
yeah.
You know, it's all a question of
Yeah. I think a little
more of a polish. Like,
don't
once you
forget,
go in and out.
when we take all this to bits, we're going to have to take all that out to do that.
Yeah.
Going to make a load of hard work. No. Oh, that's better.
Oh, look at that.
I think that's perfection. Perfect. And then that is going to go in there, which is the next thing.
We're going to have to go and sort this out, aren't we?
Yeah, that's the next job. Yeah, so our next job is sorting this out and lengthening it. Right. So where's our bit, John?
Here.
Oh yeah. So that's going to go in there, but it's going to have to go further forward than that, isn't it?
Yeah. Obviously that got
About
to
there.
full. More than that, actually.
Yeah. So what we've got to do, we've got to join that onto there. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a bit of EN36 up, poke it down that hole, and silver solder it on, and then machine it round, so that, you know, it can go up to that size, can't it, John?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And then obviously we drill a hole in there, and you bolt that to there, which I don't like particularly, but you know, you can't really get all this lot up because it won't be any good. But anyway, we'll see. Now that's the next job. So we've been and got a little bit of EN36, because that's a good bit of metal to make that out of, and that's that. So we do that, and then it's nice and big, so too big to go in there, isn't it? Yeah, so we've got a bit of machine in there.
Yeah.
Actually, that's about it. It'll have to go. Do you think
Well,
yeah.
what it is,
So we've got the gear.
there's all the bits.
There's the spring.
Yeah, so they want that, the spring. So that goes on there. That goes on there. That goes on there. Yeah, you see in its resting state, it'll be there.
It only just misses the flywheel.
So now that amount there, which it's about ½ inch, it's got to go this way,
Yeah,
which would be about, you know, almost all of that, wouldn't it?
yeah. So I think sticking a bit down the hole won't do any harm.
Yeah.
So what we're going to probably do then is, well, when we've finished it, we'll machine that nicely like that.
Yeah. And
And then it'll get bigger just there, won't it? Or we've perhaps just 1/8 of an inch on there. You know, so we've got a little bit more than we need, perhaps. 'Cause it's only going to move that much, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whatever we do.
Yeah.
Actually, we're worth measuring that.
Well,
John.
what we can do, we can see that's quite a lot.
So it could go back a bit further, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Because that gear is going to go from there to there. I mean, that is ½ inch, John, or more. So I think it'll be all right. This is what it's all about. It's trial and error, isn't it?
Right, let me make the bit that go on there.
Yeah, that's it.
And I'll leave that a tiny bit longer that we can machine it down, can't we?
Yeah. Right. We've machined those two fins off so that we can get the starter motor as close to there as possible. Now John's made up this little bit of metal here to extend that and take it out to the same size as the universal joint. So we're going to silver solder again. We're going to silver solder that in there, and then we'll remachine that funny bit there and then that to match that. But we want it all running concentric, so we might have to grind it. Now we've got to cut this girder up, so John's going to do this because our saw is going to struggle with that. Now we can thin it down. And the reason we're doing this is because we don't know how much metal we're going to need from there to there. So if we cut it off like that, we've got an extra ½ inch, which we probably don't need, but it'd be a shame if we get it half on there and then we find we need a ½ inch. Little John's stronging it a bit there.
I don't think we're going to be able to
Do that in one pass, John.
do that in one pass.
Right folks, this is going to be the ultimate test for silver solder, because nothing's got more torque than a starter motor, so it's going to drive through there into there. So we'll see, but this is it now. I think if anybody's got any doubts about it, this is the bit that will break. But we'll see, because I'm confident. We put it under the press there, because we've got a bit going inside there, and the minute you start warming it up, the pressure would lift it off. And we know that's going to happen because, you know, we've done it before, if you know what I mean. Put it in the old sand and let it cool down really slowly, and then that will need finishing machining. In the meantime, we can start looking at our bracket that we're going to have to make, lengthening these studs and making some nice spacers. In fact, we could, well no, there's no point to it. I was going to say we could make a special stud, couldn't we, with a standoff on it.
Yeah, it could do.
But if we do, we'll make 4, because there's a good chance we might need them. But anyway, so we're getting on. Right, if you hold that start motor up, John, you'll see exactly what I mean. And then what I thought was we could draw a line, turn it round a bit so this is sticking out. See what I mean?
Like that.
Now I reckon you could bring that right up. And all we've got to do is alter this.
Because I tell you what, that's got to come like that to clear the power thing underneath, isn't it? This.
Oh yeah.
Can't have that hitting on the body, can we?
No. See, I reckon we could get that up under there.
Yeah.
So I think we could go there.
Let's go like that, doesn't it?
Yeah. So
In fact, I tell you what, that one there might have to come out as well.
What's that?
See that little bit there?
Oh yeah, because that's power again,
I'm
isn't
right, almost on here.
Yeah, all right, no good, is it? But we can come outwards, can't we?
Well, it's just the angle of this, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think the more that's at an angle, the better it'll work. There's nothing to stop us coming this way a bit.
Yeah.
I think we don't need to jang it in there like that.
Well, that means you ain't going to come out there, are you?
No, but we're going to have to come out enough to get that nut on there and not have this touching. When I tried it on there, I was more like that. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, and the exhaust are cleared up, will it?
Oh, yeah, well, that's the next thing, isn't it? Go and get the exhaust and I'll hold that. I better turn the camera off, they think we're idiots. Oh, where the bloody hell?
For exhaust 1 hour later.
Yeah.
Still looking.
Oh,
Well, it was there,
yes.
and I picked it up
Yeah.
and put it out of the way.
Looking for a bit of chrome, aren't we? Right, well, we're being really careful not to get any dirt in here. And I'm going to remove those 4 studs, because they're the 4 studs that we're going to bolt our plate to. And John's going to make up 4 studs like that screw into there with a spacer so that we can put a plate on there and put a nut on there. So that's what we're doing now. But I'm undoing these studs and I'm going to get that plate back on there as soon as possible so that there's no chance of any bits getting in there. So if we take that off so it's level with that casting, that'd be perfect. Well, where you reckon it? Yeah. About there, John, doesn't it?
I think you want to build that up properly before you decide that.
Right, so we want to put that on there. But we're trying to get every ounce we can this way, so that when we put that on there, which is where it's going to be mounted, that we want to modify that as little as possible. So we want that mounted, but we need every little inch we got. And because this is a very high-powered starter motor, the standard one looks like that, which in some ways would be better, but we don't really know whether that, if we're going to do it, we might as well go for the high-powered one, because we're 14:1 compression ratio, and you can't retard it.
Now when you push that shaft in the middle now,
Not this one.
yeah, and just get the clip on there,
We
can't
could
you?
go out to there, couldn't we? I'll tell you what, I don't think we need that at this stage, because it just makes it hard work, doesn't it? I think we can guess that much, can't we? I think, that other thing would be very nice, but we don't need it to make it even more awkward, do we?
Is that a bit of the ramp?
Yeah, this is a bit of the start motor mounting bracket that we got to extend.
This is John, Ivan's nephew. No, he can't remember people's names.
Oh, he does.
He remembers their cars.
No, but he remembers their names as well. I'm always amazed. I mean,
No, he normally goes, what's that name of that bloke, John? And I remember.
Putting down here, John, don't pick me up, because I'm the bloke that's out with old bastard, Well, he's done it, look.
I call him the underdog.
I'm the underdog. I'm definitely the underdog here, I'm telling you. But don't forget we've got a roll in it, so.
Yeah. Take a bit off, can't we?
So it just went ping, didn't it?
Yeah, I heard it hit the ceiling.
Oh.
I didn't hear it come down. It might be anywhere or everywhere. What are we looking for? You never find it, you never do. God blimey. I can hardly see it when it's in your hand.
So this is the bracket.
This is going to be, yeah, this is the
Oh,
bracket.
John's just welded that bit on.
I
I've got
just
some
welded
video of
that up.
Yeah.
And then it's got to have a bit machined off of there so that can go up against there.
Oh, so that's quite robust.
And then that is going to have a hole in it.
Oh, and you filed these fins off.
No, we milled them
Milled them
off.
off.
That's going to go in there,
Okay.
you know, like a hole like that. So that's going to have to be cleaned up. John will put that on the mill and just go over that. Hopefully we're getting there. It's not easy though, I tell you.
And that's the extra anchor bit.
Yes, that is where the bit goes in with the gear on it.
And this bit here, is that all shaped right now? That looks a bit rough.
Oh yeah, well we clean it up a bit more. But that is where it goes to be in gear with that. But John's machining that. Once he's machined it, we can put it in the thing and you can really see what we're talking about. Yeah, this is where the motor's going to go in there, and this is going to bolt to the side, hopefully. But it's all, this is prototype, really. This could easily get thrown away.
Oh, good.
But, you know, hopefully. But you can't, it's one of them things that you can't design. Well, we ain't clever enough to design it, are we? I mean, if we had a genius with a computer, on the computers, they go it like that, and then they turn it round and you can see the other side. Well, you know, we ain't that clever. But I bet it gets done, though. What we're going to do now is John's going to bore that out with a boring bar around that hole, more or less, which will be a dead fit on the starter motor. So, you know, it's a drama, but...
I think you like a drama.
Well, it's not that, it's, you know... You see, if we'd have had a bigger starter ring,
Yeah.
you could have had the starter here. But then, the idea was to keep that as small as we could
For your feet.
for your feet.
And how heavy do you think this bracket's going to be?
Oh, well, the bracket's not going to be heavy, it's the starter motor's heavy. We're still not there, but
Looks nearly there.
we're getting somewhere.
That is very close. So when that goes like that, it goes like that.
Oh, it works.
Yeah, see, that's how it goes.
Obviously all this will be fixed at the start. We'll push it
And
forward.
this is the bracket there,
Yeah, one we've
butchered.
butchered and
And then obviously we'll clean that up and we'll
turn it back into fillet steak.
go like that.
And lighten it.
And then
Yeah.
we'll drill a big hole in there.
Oh, fantastic. Well done, guys.
And we can get the connection on there. And not only, but also,
Oh, the water. Oh, that's a squeeze.
yeah, but it don't matter. You know, I mean, it isn't like unbelievable, is it? Well, I think a little dent in there will do the job. I can't
Did you
believe
get
it.
the champagne out? And what's the other good news?
I've got a letter from the hospital to say that I am ready for international
Rescue.
Group C competition licence.
Actually, let's just wait till we hear back on that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
See, now this...
Oh, here he comes, Ivan.
Oh, all right.
Stealing your light, stealing the limelight from you.
I can't work like this, I'm sorry.
Oh, John's going to explain it, not you, Ivan.
I can't work like this.
Right, so what we want to do is drill a hole in this universal joint to
Okay.
create drive from the starter motor. So what we do to find that hole in this, we line it up like that, yeah? As
Yeah.
easy as that. Put that on there carefully, like that.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to clamp that on there like that. And then just drill through like that. And
Okay.
that should be the hole. That's it.
done.
Well, it's obviously turned, but oh yeah, what it is,
It's got that inside,
yeah, there's an insert
and that's moved round.
which are rotated.
Well, here's the star of the show. What are you doing, Ivan?
I'm making a gasket. Perfect. Another old bit of junk that I found in somewhere. Got to use end grain.
Pardon?
End grain. See that? Like that. See, that's grain going that way. But when you want to punch a hole, if you use end grain, it's much better.
Touch your fingers. Oh, that's good.
Hole. Look, and the right size.
Good.
And now,
And that's going on here, water pipe.
yeah. So I'll get the, so I can see it. Says he. I'll tell you what I could do there.
You just draw around it with a pen.
No, it's on holes on. Right, I'm normally a lot slicker than this.
Should we not video it then?
No, it's alright, I don't care. I don't have to be slick. So there we are.
I'd like an explanation, please, boys. Is that the hole we were doing before?
No. See, that was that one. And now we're joining the whole thing together, which we don't really like, but it's what they recommend. And, you know, with all them nuts and bolts, it does look a little bit like a load of sparrows or
Like Meccano.
Yeah, but, you know, what can you do? But getting it all dead right, it's not easy. Without having a mill, I don't know how you do that.
Well, we could make them middle, you know, take the bolts out.
Yeah, you could.
Once we finalised it,
Well,
you go, but do you know what?
yeah, now it's done.
Maybe what we do, make a nice cover for that so you can't see it all.
And we can assemble it,
Okay.
but not obviously for the final time.
No.
But we're going to assemble it and connect a starter motor, connect a battery up to it, and
See if it'll turn it over.
yeah.
So earlier in the video you talked about making these bolts.
Now we've done that, and that's going to go in there. And me and John have got a little bit of a controversy here, in the fact I reckon cut it off across there. So I reckon you could cut it off down there. I don't think you need all that string. But John's saying cut it off down there, but then that bolt comes exactly where you want to put the, what they call it, power to it. So, you know, there's a bolt there and a bolt there. You want, the last thing in the
Want to
world,
short it.
you don't want that shorting out. So, consequently,
And the pipe's bent.
yeah, but it needs a little, it just touches there, so I think I might just warm it up and just dent it very, very slightly.
Yeah.
And cut that old gasket off, because, you know, it's a bit big because I didn't have a Sharpie.
Right. What we'll do now, take the Allen bolts
Oh,
out
yeah,
there.
now, because I put some Loctite on that, so now we shouldn't be fighting that. Trouble is, with all that like that, you can't heat it up, because you,
Melt the rubber.
And the
Melt
trouble
the
is, if you weld it all together and then something goes wrong on it, you've
you're knackered.
got to grind it all off then.
And we still don't know whether this is going to work, do we? I mean, you know, I'm saying, yeah, that's definitely going to work, but it ain't necessarily.
So should we put a few bolts in the flywheel?
Have a look, John.
Because once we've put this on
I've only
now,
got one.
yeah.
Alright, so we need to undo that, don't we?
So this, seeing if it works, this is all quite soon.
Yes,
Like in this.
before lunch.
I'll tell you what I'll do first. Let me see if I can get it on before you do your bit.
That's warm, that. Should it be warm?
Yeah, I'll put it on the
Yeah, that's
radio.
right. So we know we can get that on.
Right, so now what, spring? and that one goes like that, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
See you a bit, John. Right. That's it. So if you
Do you want me to hold that there?
No, that's all right. If I drop in there, I'll get that.
Is that the other thing? Have we got enough clearance on the bell housing for that gear?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we have.
You can hold it if you like. What's today's tune, Ivan?
It's cold as iron. I don't know, it's the same song, but I don't know why I've got it in one of them in my ear again. I've got to stop doing it because that's what old deaf people do, don't they? They hum.
Old deaf people.
Yeah, Mrs. Holford
I don't think I've not noticed you're deaf.
Yeah, we got ourselves in a bit of a pickle here because we were so excited to see whether what we're doing works, of course. This is where we always lose this.
Well,
First
see my
time.
finger there's about to get injected, wasn't it?
Well done.
Well, you should know better, John.
I know.
Right,
Yeah.
Is that whacking?
That's the first time. Right, shift that up.
Got to just gain a bit there, look.
Yeah, if you take that,
Yeah, look. If you go like that, it'll go
and
on it.
I'll give it a whack. I had something to whack it with.
Almost there, isn't it?
Right, that's it. Done. Now that,
That's perfect.
yeah, that's not hitting at all, is it?
No. And when that comes right out, that will be to there. Which again is perfect.
So out. There's that line.
Save on.
Yeah, see, so it's not quite at the end, but perfectly, it's like that much missing,
Yeah.
which is normal. That looks
Okay, come on
ugly,
then.
doesn't it? Right, there you go. Now, it ain't gone back. Why is that? I think we'll find out a fly back when it's running.
Yeah, soon chew that alley off, whatever it is, because that'll go.
Do we need safety equipment?
No.
Have we got a battery?
Well, you might need a hard hat, darling.
Battery.
Yeah, I'll charge it up. So that's good. Yeah, because all a bit critical that. That's why I want to leave that bolt out in there.
So you can access it.
Yeah, so that it's not anywhere near anything. Because that's what happens, you know, you have a bump and the chassis bends a little bit, shorts out the thing, and that's how you have a fire.
Okay.
They should have a rule probably saying you're not allowed to have.
So that's it now. Where's the best vantage point here?
Yeah,
Yeah. So we just touch it, see what it does, yeah?
yeah, go on.
Do you think we should take the plugs out?
Oh, I won't do any harm, will it? Be more impressive. If it's feeble. Yeah.
Yeah, it just makes it harder if it's on compression.
And this is what it's timing. Comedians are timing. It's all to, and that's what we are really, isn't it? I think we could oppose them, John. Might look a bit better.
It don't matter what you do with them, they're going to look like
Okay,
that.
yeah. You're right.
Okay, we're ready?
Yeah. Well,
Beautiful, isn't it?
is it turning the engine?
Yeah.
Again?
Look, you can see the.
Now you're saying how strong that needs to be. Well,
Wax it round, then that's going to go.
That's all exciting.
So hang on. Let's connect it up again and put the plugs in. Any old engine to turn over, wouldn't it, when it ain't got no compression?
Yeah, it's still drawing. You know, you feel that lead.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure. Right, this is the ultimate test now.
With the plugs in.
We've got compression.
Okay.
Right. Can it fire?
Oh.
It wakes you up, doesn't it?
What was that?
Don't like it, does it?
Yeah, but don't forget you ain't got leads,
No.
proper leads.
These aren't good.
No.
These don't take much current.
So can we get that out somehow? This is red hot here, I can't touch
Yeah,
it.
no, I'm not. These leads sort of go wrong.
Yeah, look, you feel that,
I
Susie.
don't want to, thanks.
Did that wake you up?
We need to put more tape on, keep it.
Yeah.
So that was, how does that rate out of 10 compared to expectations?
Well, it's exactly what I thought. 10 out of 10.
Good.
Now we had the bigger starter though.
Yes.
So is that going to be, I mean, is it all just finessing it now?
Yeah, well, what we do now, I'm going to cut that old bit of alley off round there,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to cut that off across there.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a nice hole in there,
Yeah.
and just generally make it look like a bit of a racing car.
Tidy it up.
Yeah.
So that's all finessing
And
it.
I can see us eventually welding that there so we can do away with them bolts, and then we'll only have bolts there and there, and then it won't look so bad, will it?
Yeah. Brilliant. Well done, boys.
But I'm pleased with that.
No?
Well, what we're doing is we're filling in them holes now, because we're going to have to put the bearing in for the clutch thrust. But
Oh, that looks better.
that looks a bit more like a racing car, doesn't it? We'll put a nice hole in there. Right, now don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to press the like button.